Hello. Okay. So today I want to talk about making a difference and the impact that we all have on this world. Because something that I have struggled with, and something that some people very near and dear to me struggle with, is feeling like you make a significant impact in this world. And it's hard sometimes to think that we're making an impact, because a lot of times in our heads we think that the impact we make should be grand, and it should be instant, and it should be in one day we have this we are making this big impact, right? This is my cat Sam. Hi Sam, say hi. And then you gotta move your little tiny butt. Hi. And I don't know how to edit, so this is going to be in until he decides to move. So, until I learn editing. Bye, little butt. Bye, little butt. All right, I'll just move him. Oh, you're so good. Oh, you're such a good kid. So, wait, let's just give him a minute. I'll figure out a way to edit this out. Oh gosh, here's another one. Anyway, all right, here we go. Arnold! All right, come on, baby. Oh, there we go. So, making a difference. We don't realize that it isn't going to be like that. It isn't going to be one big grand gesture. You're not going to save the world one day doing this big thing. Most of us, that's just not how it's going to be. But that's okay, because it's not, the way that you impact the world is not any less important or grand just because it doesn't happen on a big scale on one day. No, it is, they are equal. The way you impact is important. Just by existing, you are making a difference in this world. Your vibration, your awareness, who you are, everyone you interact with, you make a difference in their lives. You do. A book that I was reading a while ago was called The Compound Effect, and this is written by Darren Hardy. And it was suggested to me by my broker at my real estate office. And basically, this book, talks about doing a little every day ends up having a great impact. Think about it. When you go to the gym, you don't expect to leave the gym buff after the first day you go in, do you? Well, you shouldn't, because you're not going to get buff after one day. 3 months, and then you see results. I like to think of that as an analogy for making a difference. Doing good things every day, good little small things, leads to big effects. And a lot of times, the unfortunate thing is you don't get to see the effects that you've had on people in their lives. You just have to have faith that you are. You have to know in your soul that it's true. I know in my soul that it's true, and I just got goosebumps, which I always think of when I get goosebumps when I'm speaking about spiritual things, is validation from my guardian angels, and I'm speaking the truth. So a great example I like to give is this example has to do with my mom. So my mom and I both struggle with major depression. And a couple years ago, I was hospitalized, and as soon as I got out of the hospital, I didn't have a counselor anymore. I stopped seeing my old one. And my mom was seeing her counselor, and out walked this woman who was also a counselor there. And her intuition just was going crazy and was like, that's Nikki's counselor. That's who Nikki needs to see. Well, I have been seeing that woman for 3 years now, and she is the best counselor I've ever had. She is so good at what she does. She has helped heal my traumas and has made my life significantly better. And she is an expert in her field, and I also know people who are struggling, so she gave me recommendations for those other people. Well, those other people are doing well, and they gave recommendations to people they know who are struggling. See what I'm getting at? Now, one action that my mom did has affected at least 5 lives for the better. Lives that she doesn't even know. And she's made their lives better from that one decision. That's a pretty effing huge impact that my mom had on people's lives that she doesn't even know. And who knows when that cycle is going to end? Because those people could keep recommending people as well. And that's my point. Those little things you do every day, you don't know how big that chain is going to go. Whether or not you pay it forward at the drive-thru by paying for the person behind you, you don't know how many people that person's going to tell, and then how many people the person that person pays for is going to pay for. It's this whole cycle, and it's beautiful. And my point in this is we are so hard on ourselves. We talk down to ourselves, and we don't give ourselves enough credit. Yeah, you know what? We are one person in an infinite universe. That's true. But that doesn't mean that we have small impacts, that we're meaningless. We are meaningful. We are full of meaning. And we are living our lives on earth for a reason. We impact one another. We do. The smile that you give someone, who knows? I know that sometimes when people show me a little bit of kindness, sometimes I have really hard days. And the ladies at Speedway, by where I live, I can go in there, and it's like a 15-second interaction, but it makes my whole day so much better. And that means the world to me. That's a huge impact that they have on my life. And that's a small interaction. From a small interaction that they have no idea the impact that they're having on my life. And I guarantee 100%, I know for a fact that you have that same effect on other people. That when you interact with people, interactions you might not even remember, have had lasting impressions, have left lasting impressions on people, have made their days. And because you made their day, that might encourage them to make somebody else's day. So you've affected people that you don't even know that you're affecting. You don't get to see the effects. And unfortunately, that's where faith, like I said, comes in. We have to know that we are making a difference. We have to have faith because we don't get to see the outcome. But that doesn't mean that we're not. I know that we are. And that's why it is so important, I find, to treat others with respect and compassion and kindness. And to also treat yourself with that same respect, compassion, and kindness. Anyway, I hope that message resonated with you. It's a simple message, but it's very important, and I felt very called today to sort of make a video about it. So I hope that this message finds you well and that it has an effect on you.